Can you get me a job in Saudi Arabia? That's probably the question that I get asked the most. And the answer is no. I'm not a recruiter. I don't know what jobs are in Saudi Arabia. Just because I work for a firm in Saudi Arabia doesn't mean I can get you one too. The better question to ask: how did I land a role with a firm in Saudi Arabia? Because even for that, there isn't an easy answer, as most people are just expecting to give a CV, get introduced to someone, and get a job. These days, it doesn't work like that. Or if you do want to carry on with that process, then it's going to take a lot longer because you're not going to stand out. Now, if you want to change career completely, then this is all the more important. You've got to do something different. You've got to be different. You've got to demonstrate that you've done something different, because otherwise it's going to be very difficult for you to land a job in a different career when all of your experience is in one career. The best thing you can do is put out content. And I know that's scary for a lot of people, but trust me, putting out content, putting yourself out there will open up so many opportunities for you, you won't even know which one to pick. So I landed this role in Saudi Arabia because of my podcast. So this individual wanted to know how to start a podcast. I just gave him some advice on what I did, got on a call, found out about my background, and then he just offered me a bigger role once he found out what I was doing, and he shared a little bit about what he was doing as well. So the whole opportunity came from the fact that I did something different. I didn't apply, I didn't send a CV, I didn't have an interview, I didn't have an application process. I just offered some help on a skill and experiences that I did off of my own accord, not for some job, not for some work, but something that I pursued out of interest and personal development. And that's what you've got to do, because when you do something like that, it demonstrates that you're willing to take the initiative, that you can do things on your own, and you don't need to be told what to do, and you don't need to be handheld. You can do something on your own accord, and that in and of itself is a great personality and attitude trait which a lot of people like to see and have on their team. And secondly, you will build skills which other people want. How to start a podcast, how to run a podcast, these are all skills which other people will want. And that's not even taking into account the skills you will build from doing a podcast and from creating content online. The number one skill of all being communication. You will learn how to become a confident communicator. And if you are a confident communicator, you will land an opportunity in any industry, because it is by far the greatest skill you can develop. Now, if you're really scared about speaking and putting yourself out there, then it doesn't have to be a speaking thing that you do. You don't need to start a podcast. You don't need to put videos out online. That's what I did. That's what moved the needle for me. That's what opened up so many opportunities for me. But you can develop the skill of writing. If you prefer writing, become a content writer or a copywriter or a blog writer, whatever it is. Just put yourself out there, build something, and then you can use those skills to demonstrate you can do other things which are different from the traditional job skills that people have. Because let's face it, almost every CV sounds exactly the same. There's no personality behind it. There's nothing unique about it. There's nothing different. They all sound the same, like, I'm a great team player, I'm great at communicating, I'm innovative, forward thinking, and yada yada yada, all just 100% pure BS. But when you put out content, when you put out your personality, people get to see who you really are. They get to see different parts of your character, and that will land you more opportunities and roles than just making applications, sending a CV and asking other people to get you a job. So if you've got any questions on this alternative way to find a new job or a new career or a new opportunity, let me know. Or you can carry on with the same, send out your CV, make applications, go to interviews, and all of that long and boring and crappy process, which just kills your motivation before you even start.